Andrew Wiggins at one time used to be the second option on a championship team. Before that, he was an all-star starter, and he was one of the brightest young prospects in the entire NBA. He was called Maple Jordan, a play on Michael Jordan's name. That's how good he was. So what happened? Why is he currently averaging 10 points on horrible shooting and seems to can't buy a new jumper for the Warriors? In this video, I'm going to break down why he's so bad recently and why Andrew Wiggins might break out of this, or maybe not. Now, Andrew Wiggins this season has been averaging 11.9 points on 42% shooting from the field and 29% from three. He's also grabbing 4 rebounds per game, and although those numbers, except for the shooting splits, seem solid, if we go back to his 2022 season, he averaged 17 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And even last year, he didn't average that bad. He averaged 17, 5, and 2. But now he's really fallen off. So the question comes up, why? He's averaging 11 points, shooting horribly from 3, when he was literally averaging like 15 rebounds a game in the NBA Finals versus the Celtics. And honestly, the Warriors aren't doing anything about it. They just let him keep playing, because Andrew is averaging 26 minutes a game after being, honestly, this bad. And yes, this bad. He has been very bad this season. Some people might say that this is to increase his trade stock, but honestly, I doubt that any team would want to trade for Andrew Wiggins. Now, I'm going to dive into some possible reasons that it's going to be happening and later analyze those reasons. One possible reason is that he had to take an extended break last year for personal reasons. His dad got sick, and honestly, it's not unfathomable to think that it's carried over to this season. However, sometimes these things just happen. Sometimes people get in a slump. But I think that this slump in particular is not just a slump, because it's been going on for way too long. Then there's also the 2023 Western semifinals, which they played the LA Lakers in. Game 5, which is the game that I'm currently showing on screen, is a game where LeBron and Wiggins were playing back and forth. Wiggins kept hitting nice shots, nice passes, and honestly, he just played great this game, ending with 30 points. However, one thing that did happen is while going for a dunk, LeBron tried to get a charge call, meaning that he set a screen under the basket. Andrew Wiggins landed badly on him, and he basically cracked his ribs. The Warriors didn't diagnose this until the start of the season, which might have been pretty bad to his off-season training. However, he should be better by now, so we can also weed out this reason. And then there is also, of course, wait, I hear something. Oh, that's just me telling you to stop everything and like the video. Okay, you know what, let's just get right back into it. Another thing that people might think is happening to Andrew Wiggins is he is just losing passion from the game. And honestly, we've seen this a lot. He's taken multiple breaks over the seasons because he just said that he doesn't enjoy the game anymore. And honestly, it could be valid to say that. Back when he was playing in Kansas, you could see that he was a great player, but he really stepped it up when it came time to enter the NBA draft, so he would be drafted. Then, of course, you had the 2022 NBA championship, which is when it was either between him, Jordan Poole, or Draymond Green getting a massive payday. That's when Andrew Wiggins stepped up to levels that we didn't think were imaginable. And he averaged absurd numbers every single game through those playoffs, and he was basically the reason the Warriors won the chip. However, the theory has it that once Andrew Wiggins got his bag, he just decided that he didn't want to play basketball at a high level anymore, and he started half-assing the game. However, a theory that does go against this is the fact that the season after that, he also averaged pretty good numbers. So this one doesn't make much sense. Then, of course, there are injuries. Injuries are always a part of falling off in someone's career, and Andrew Wiggins' career has been filled with them. Back in his college days, he broke a few bones. In the NBA, he broke his hand while he was playing for the Timberwolves. And more recently, he of course had that personal absence last season. And there is also, this is a really weird one, but he slammed his car door on his finger while he was going to lock it. So he ultimately wasn't able to play for around 3 games. Now, this was a month ago, and honestly, it is unfathomable that something like this happens to such a great player, that's why he's missing games. But there's also Andrew Wiggins saying that he hasn't lost confidence yet. He said in a post-game interview after one game that he played particularly horribly, having 10 points on 30% shooting. Lose confidence? No. I know what I can do and what I've done since I've been here. Just playing within the system, playing with these guys, and just knowing what I can do. Being confident in myself. Shots not falling, you're in a funk. I just keep shooting and try to do the little things on the court. Now, this does show a hustle mentality, which is, of course, what the Warriors want from Andrew Wiggins. But what it doesn't show is that he is a shot chucker. He doesn't really care about how well the team plays as long as he is getting his bag. Now, he went from Michael Jordan comparisons back in the 2023 playoffs to literal Aaron Gordon comparisons. And that is no shade to Aaron Gordon, but I feel like these comparisons actually do have a bit of truth to them. I mean, both are pretty big players who played on championship teams. Now, if Steph Curry can fill the role of Nikola Jokic, which is kind of valid to ask because Steph is a great passer, then Andrew Wiggins might just become a rim-rolling guy instead of someone who tries the 3-ball, who tries to sauce and size people up, which obviously has not been working for him recently. I think that is one possible solution to get Andrew Wiggins out of this slump. But honestly, I don't think that anything can get him out of this slump. And that is an absolutely heartbreaking thing to say because of how good he used to be. Sometimes players just fall off and there's nothing you can do to make them good again. Wiggins has already shown that he can play at a really high level when his mind isn't buzzed. But even before Jimmy Butler came, he was already showing signs of demotivation and loss of focus while he was on the Timberwolves. Now that he's on the Warriors and people like Kuminga and Moody are stepping it up, it is clear that he has lost total motivation and his time in the NBA is over. Like,